Components are important, but your brakes are the most vital part of your bike. How do you maintain them? As seen in the video, it has these bolts that clamp it on the frame, and there's also these adapters. In order to remove these bolts, you need a 5mm Allen wrench, or a hex wrench as I like to call it. So when removed, it's gonna look like this. Oops. This is the caliper. These are the brake pads inside the caliper. This is the brake hose, and that's the brake lever. How do you remove the brake pads? This is how you do constant maintenance on your bike. Unlike mechanical brakes, hydraulic brakes need more maintenance than them. They require oil. They require changing the brake pads. And they require really special care. This is the lifeline of your bike. So when you choose a new brake, choose wisely. You need a pliers to remove the clip thing. Just bend it. Okay, I can't do this. There. So this is the clip that holds both of the pads, and these are your pads. How this works? Well, you have the brake pads, you have the material here, and most brands have their branding over here at the back. This is the main brake pad. It can either be made by metal material, semi-metallic, or resin, but it really just depends on your use. If you want to go for trails and not worry about any braking stuff, I suggest you go for the metal brakes. For the resin, I think this is resin or semi-metallic, I have no idea. I don't know if it has a serial number. Oh, this is not Ragusa. This is stock. It's not Ragusa. The only Ragusa one is on the front. So here, if you can see, it's really shiny. It's not supposed to be like that. So how you clean this, it needs constant maintenance, especially if you're using resin brakes, because it will get sintered, or oil will just go from the caliper to the pads and it will infect them, and you lose braking power. And so that's why it gets shiny when you bring it out, and you actually notice it, because when the pads are shiny, the brake sound it sounds like a cow. And at the front, the brake sound there, it sounds like a horn, a motorcycle horn. So how you clean this is, you just know it's oil, so you have to get sandpaper or anything rough. You can just rub it on the concrete so that you can still use the pads. So that's what we're gonna do. If you don't have sandpaper, you can use a sharpening stone. So let's just run it. You really need to do this part because it's gonna sound really horrible. And this happens because it gets infected by oil and other environmental factors. So you really need to sand it every time. But if you don't want the extra maintenance of doing this, you can go ahead and opt out of hydraulic brakes and just swap it for mechanical brakes. The only upside to hydraulic brakes is really just the comfortable feeling of it, because hydraulic brakes, they don't require that much force in order for you to use your brakes. It's powered by the oil that you put inside the caliper or the lever if you're lever bleeding. And sometimes the oil gets into the caliper and it infects this pads. That's why we need to sand it so that we can still use the lower brake pads. Don't really just settle for, just really make sure you sanded it already. This also expends your brake pads actually. So you just have to scrape off the top part and not really scrape off everything, because what are you gonna use? Now that we've sanded it, can you look at it? It still has that shiny stuff. It actually looks color orange now. I don't know if it's the rust. Oh, okay. So the next step is you put some alcohol on it, both of them, so that it cleans the pads and makes them, shiny and brand new. Not really that shiny like when it's infected, but a different type of shiny. Like this. You can see the material inside there. Okay, next step, when you've covered the when you've covered it with alcohol, you're gonna go ahead and burn it. So I have a match here and a candle. And then we set it on fire like this, and then it's gonna set on fire. I'm gonna do it on the ground so don't get burned. Okay, the candle's not burning. Yeah, but you really just have to burn it. Ow, got my finger. Okay. Yeah, but if you don't want to burn it, you can just go and wipe it off, wipe the alcohol off now. The burn part is not really that necessary, but if you want to get that excess oil, mineral oil leak out, you have to burn it. Okay, here's the difference. If you can see, there's actually more details here. You can see the material now, and now you have a brake pad good as new. But in order to be sure, you can just go and sand it a couple more times, especially if it's a really old brake pad. You're gonna sand it twice when you didn't burn it, but in order for the maximum, stuff, in order for maximum performance, we burned it and we sanded it the second time. And if you're still not sure, you can sand it the third time. And put some alcohol on it and just wipe it off with some tissue. You can see the dirt here. I thought this was Ragusa. This is not Ragusa. It has no marks, no branding. So it's a different stuff. I think it's stock. It's only stock. So here, we're done. You can see the material there now. There, it has like glitters on it. That's how you want the brake pads to be. And now, putting it back. Here, put this in the middle, the spring. Okay. And the other pad. They fit perfectly, so there's not, much force applied. Yeah, let's talk about mechanical brakes. For mechanical brakes, the only thing you really need to do there is the only maintenance you need to do there is the wire, the actuation, and the tightening of it. And also you have to center it like these brakes. You both have to center them. You both have to put something in them so that they can fix themselves onto the center, so that it's good when you go and brake it and you hit the brakes. Not brake it. So here's the caliper now. Also check for some leaks, and then put the pads here already. Here, now they're already put. Don't press the lever, especially if you remove the pads. Don't press the lever. It's extra, work, because the pistons, they can actually go and pop out of the caliper. So you're not supposed to do that. If you don't have like a centering tool or a tissue paper, you can use any shim, like plastic or anything. I'll just get some tissue paper. One is really enough. You just fold it like 4 times, I think. 1, 2, 3. Oh, just 3 times. 3 times is enough. And then here you take the caliper. I don't know if you can see it there. Take the caliper. Oh, not yet. Put the shim in the disc rotor. This is the disc rotor, the metal thing at the back. And then you put the caliper in the middle of it. And then you fit it over there. Okay, now it's sitting nice and comfy over there. Put the 2 bolts back in. Tighten them with your... Oh wait, no, not yet. You forgot. I forgot the part. Here you have to put the thing here. You have to put the holder stud holder back at the caliper. You just twist it, or if you don't want the hassle, just take it off and then just twist it, so it goes in. Okay, now it's in. Now that it's in, what you're gonna do is you take your pliers and tighten the stuff. Just push it to the side. Okay, until you feel that it's not really gonna come off anymore. Okay. Now put the stuff back on. Okay, sits perfectly. Now here, the bolts. Put them back on, but don't tighten them yet. It's not really a perfect fit for the caliper. You won't get a perfect fit because you can actually adjust the caliper here on the back and on the front. You can adjust it so that you can so that it's centered, because some pads, some calipers, they're too big, they're bigger than the other, they're smaller than the other. You can go and adjust them. That's the purpose of it. But some frames, they actually have integrated calipers on them, integrated caliper mounts that you actually just bolt onto. So this is your caliper. It's not done yet because it's not tightened yet. What you want to do is press the right lever, because that's the rear. Here. Okay, now that it's tightened, it's actually centered. So let's tighten it now. Keep holding the lever. Until you feel that it's really tight. The importance of choosing the right brakes for your bike is, well, really important, because like I said in the beginning of the video, this is the lifeline of you and your bike. If you don't trust your brakes, you don't trust your bike. Even if you have the top components for the drivetrain over here, if you have really bad brakes, you're not gonna trust your bike. Okay, now let go and roll it over so that the tissue paper comes out there. Okay, now let's test the stuff. Just ride on it and pedal, then hit the brakes. It's not bled yet, it's fully bled yet. Yeah, I think it's supposed to sound like that. It's a really old brake pad, but brake pads cost like 50 pesos. You can go and replace them. Now, talking about the problem with your bike is that the lever, you really have to reach over here, because it's not bled. It's not bled that much because the oil that I was using, it dried up in my bike bag, because I was carrying it over there when it's wrong, when I need it on like long rides and stuff here. put it over there, and then it dried up. So just get some new like oil, and then you need for the stuff you need this seal. You need to take off this seal, and it's not actually a hex wrench bolt type thing. It's more of a star nut. If I could just get the here. So this is what you open it with. It's a star nut. It's not the typical the hex wrench. I don't know if you can see it there. There, this one. That's a hex wrench. Or you can just use a vice grip if you don't have like a hex wrench. A vice grip is really useful for these types of stuff, especially if you're planning to do stuff with your bike. So yeah, that's for the brake maintenance.